Well, it's a few days later since the last video, and I'm on my way to take the Ford Bronco Raptor to the dealership to hopefully get this thing fixed. And it is still in the exact same mode, limp mode, and it's still having all the exact same problems. So hopefully they can get all this figured out relatively soon. So I brought it in and dropped it off. They said it's probably going to take till the 27th. That's 2 days. That's a 2-day turnaround. And you guys have to keep in mind, I literally just brought it here and dropped it off. Every other dealership in the entire Central Tennessee area said that it was going to take at least 3 weeks to get it in and even look at it. So I'm pretty impressed by that, but we'll see what the turnaround time actually is. And just like that, it's literally the next morning at 10 o'clock. And they said it's completely done. Now I'll pop up the screenshot of what they said was actually wrong with it. It was a turbocharger boost pressure sensor, so it wasn't along the lines of something that we thought. They said that everything should be good to go now, so I'm gonna take it down the road, make sure everything's good before I leave. But the turnaround time is absolutely insane. I've literally never seen that before at any dealership I've ever been at. And they also said that this was causing some problems as well. This is essentially like a version of ELO or low jack that dealerships add in. I've done it at previous dealerships I was at before. I noticed the OBD2 plug-in was a little weird. This is what I was actually plugging into to delete the codes. And essentially what it is it's a tracker that you can use. You pay a subscription service for whenever you buy the car. And it plugs in right under here. They said that may have been causing some issues too, but everything should be good to go now. So I had a quick conversation with the technician, and he said that he actually noticed a connection was a little loose to the PCM, and the turbocharger boost pressure sensor is directly linked to whatever was kind of unplugged or a little loose on that PCM. So that gives me a little bit better indication of what was actually causing that issue in terms of being able to clear the code, it going away and working for a little bit, and then it coming right back on towards the end of the trip after I cleared it every time. So right now, he said everything is actually doing really good right now. It should work for us. I'm gonna take it down on the road for the first time right now, and we'll see. But I knew it was gonna be something relatively simple, but I just didn't have the time or really the ability to track it down to see what it was. It's build and boost, everything's working as it should. So I want to drive it all the way home now. It's about an hour-long trip, and we'll try to make sure that everything is actually working correctly. Well, at this point, I'm basically home, and everything is working great. Got a low tire light, like I already told you guys before, no problem there at all. It just sat outside, it usually doesn't. And I can't tell you guys how impressed I actually was by the service. I went to Ford of Columbia, and their turnaround time was absolutely insane. Literally dropped it off just randomly, and they had it done literally within 24 hours. So you can't beat that. I know it was something simple, but they did still have to order a part and wait for it to come in, and it was awesome. You just can't beat that kind of service. And I'm super happy that this thing's actually working again. I am still having the issue with the adaptive cruise control. I talked to them about that there a little bit more, and they said that I'm probably gonna have to put this through another learning process. So it's basically just a learning process for the adaptive cruise control. And I'll probably have to take it to them to do that. I'm not really sure how to go about doing anything with the adaptive cruise control and stuff. So that is something I'll have to fix later. Well, as you guys have seen, the Bronco Raptor made it all the way back in one piece, which was pretty surprising, but they definitely fixed it up right. Now today, to test it out a little bit further, I'm actually gonna drive it out to the lake, see if we can make it all the way there, towing the jet ski. It's not much of a load, but I just wanna test it a little bit more before I put my full trust back into this Bronco Raptor. it all loaded up, so let's see if this thing can still make it. And just like that, we have made it, and we didn't have any issues with the Bronco at all, so it seems like it may be actually good to go. The worst part about pulling a trailer with this Bronco Raptor is you literally can't see anything out of there. So whenever you're trying to back up, you have no clue where your actual trailer or anything is without using the backup camera. And every time I try to use the backup camera, it just messes me up. Other than that, it's good, but just backing stuff up with the trailer is horrible in this thing. I've got to introduce you guys to today's video sponsor, Last Fit. Now, you guys have seen me work with this company before, whether it be with lights, floor mats, or many other different accessories, but they always impress. But today I'm going to be showing you guys their all new LED turn signals that will replace your halogens in pretty much any vehicle. The main reason I even wanted to get these is because I have the smoked lenses in the rear, and it's extremely hard to see that turn signal in the middle of the day. With those standard halogen bulbs, they just aren't bright enough. And I figured we might as well add them in the front just so they all match. I want them to be LEDs, and I think it's gonna look so much better. And we won't need that anymore. Then we'll pull out our all new bulb, and I've got to say, it looks awesome. I'm super excited to see what the difference is between this and the standard bulb. Oh my gosh, I hope the camera's picking that up, but that is not even comparable. Those LEDs are so bright, it's literally blinding me to even look at it. That is wild. So that is the factory turn signal right there, and then that is the LED. Let's jump to the back, install this one, and compare them the same way. Hopefully the camera's picking it up as good as it is in person, but this is super hard to see in the daylight, but this is just as bright as if the taillights were not smoked at all. So I'm super happy with how that turned out. And just like that, we've got all the turn signals converted to LED, and it looks so much better. So if you guys want to support the channel, please go check out Last Fit and everything else they have to offer. A huge thank you to Last Fit for sponsoring today's video. Well guys, we've made it back, and the Bronco Raptor seems to be in perfect shape, so I couldn't be happier. I did show the mechanic, a master tech at Ford, the video of me jumping and some of the stuff I took it through off-road, and he said he really didn't think that was the cause of what made the PCM connection loose, believe it or not. But now we've had the Bronco Raptor for right at about 6 months, maybe a little bit over 6 months, and it's time to start changing it up. We've already done some minor cosmetic stuff to it, just like the spacers, the lights, and then the front end right here for the winch plate, as well as the Baja Bull Bar. All that stuff looks really good. But now that we've tested out and we've got through a lot of the issues that I expect to run into with a new vehicle, I'm ready to go ahead and void the warranty. So we've already got that custom exhaust on there. I'd like to get some downpipes. I'd like to get some big wheels and tires and try to see how big of a wheel and tire combo we can clear on this Bronco Raptor with stock suspension. Now you guys will remember on the Rubicon 392, we literally did the exact same thing. So we've got the 38 1550s on 20x12s, negative 44 offset wheels on stock suspension on the Rubicon 392. We do have different inner fender well liners and custom fenders, but they really didn't offer that much more clearance. I don't know of any aftermarket options for fenders on the Bronco Raptor to give us any more clearance. That might be as good as it gets without just cutting a bunch of crazy stuff off. But if you guys know me, you know that I'm willing to cut just about anything to clear a big set of wheels and tires. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. But until then, Godspeed.